In the quiet mountain town of Gatlinburg, Tennessee, nestled in the Great Smoky Mountains, lived a man named Mike Turner. Mike was an outdoorsman, a loving father of two, and a humble, hard-working man. While he grew up in a Christian household, faith had slowly drifted to the back burner of his busy life. He had long stopped going to church regularly and didn't give much thought to prayer anymore. But in the fall of 2016, something happened that would reignite Mike's faith in ways he could never have imagined. Mike loved hiking, and one weekend he decided to take his two children, Sarah and Jake, on a camping trip deep into the Smoky Mountains. It was supposed to be a weekend of bonding, laughter, and enjoying nature. But on the second night, as they sat around the campfire, something went terribly wrong. Without warning, a massive forest fire, sparked by unexpected dry conditions and high winds, began spreading rapidly through the park. The wind-whipped flames raced across the mountains faster than anyone could react. The fire was heading straight toward them. Panic set in. Mike quickly grabbed his kids and rushed to find safety, but they were miles away from any road or help. As they ran, the thick smoke filled the air, making it hard to breathe, and the heat of the approaching flames was terrifying. They were trapped, with nowhere to go. In a moment of sheer desperation, Mike fell to his knees. He hadn't prayed in years, but now, with his children's lives hanging in the balance, he did the only thing he knew to do. He cried out to Jesus, "Lord, if you can hear me, please protect my children. We need a miracle, God. Please help us find a way out." Tears streamed down his face as he pleaded with God, holding his frightened children close. They huddled together, unsure if they would make it through the night. Then, something incredible happened. As Mike opened his eyes, the wind, which had been fueling the fire and pushing it toward them, suddenly shifted. It was as if an invisible hand had redirected the flames. The fire, which moments before had been barreling toward them, began moving in the opposite direction. The smoke cleared, and the intense heat faded. Stunned, Mike looked around in disbelief. The path ahead was clear. He wasted no time, picking up his children and running as fast as he could in the newly opened direction. After what felt like hours, they finally stumbled upon a rescue team that had been sent to evacuate campers from the park. They were safe. Later, Mike learned that the fire had taken a sudden, unexplainable turn away from their location just moments after his prayer. Local authorities were baffled by the change in wind patterns, and many described it as a freak occurrence. But Mike knew in his heart what had truly happened. Back at home, with his children safe and sound, Mike couldn't stop thinking about that moment in the forest. He realized that it was no coincidence. His prayer had been heard, and God had responded. That night, Mike got down on his knees again, not in desperation, but in gratitude. He thanked Jesus for his protection and for reigniting his faith. Mike's life was never the same after that day. He reconnected with his faith, began attending church again, and even started a local men's Bible study group where he shared his testimony of God's power and grace. His story spread throughout the town, and many were inspired by the miracle he and his children had witnessed. Today, Mike and his family continue to live with a deep faith in Jesus, knowing that his power and love are real and that miracles still happen, even in the most unlikely of circumstances. Mike's story is a powerful reminder that no matter how distant we may feel from God, He is always near, ready to respond to our cries for help. Sometimes, in our darkest and most desperate moments, we witness the most extraordinary signs of His love and power. Brothers and sisters, in the name of the Holy Christ, kindly subscribe to our channel for more uplifting and inspirational content. Don't forget to like this video and comment Amen to spread God's message. Your support helps us share His love with the world.